Welcome to Pouches and More. Today we'll prepare this pouch. It's got a zip in front. It's got another zip. It's also got a pull tab. And this is how it will look. So let's get started and check out the materials required to make this pouch. We require 2 pieces of main fabric fused with interfacing, and they measure 7 inches by 7 inches. We again require 1 piece of main fabric measuring 7 inches by 5 inches, and it's not fused with interfacing. We require 2 pieces of contrast fabric, and they measure 7 inches by 2 inches. Next, we also require 4 pieces of contrast fabric fused with interfacing, and these measure 7 inches by 2.5 inches. Now we require 2 zips. One measures 8 inch and the other measures 12 inches. We also require 1 piece of fabric, and this is for the pull tab, and this fabric measures 3 inches by 2 inches. Now we require 2 pieces of lining fabric, and here they measure 7 inches by 13 inches. We'll be adjusting this later on according to the outer fabric. So these are all the materials required to make this pouch. So first what we're going to do is we'll prepare the pull tab. For that we'll fold this fabric in half and then get the raw edges inside and make a stitch on both sides. These are the fabric for preparing the binding. So first we'll fold this in half like this. We'll get the raw edges in the center like this. We're just going to press it, and now we're going to again fold it. So we're going to iron this, and we'll do this for the other one also. So I finished doing that. Now we are going to, this is the open side, and we'll place it like this. We'll take the main fabric and we'll just put it inside. This is the fabric which is not fused with interfacing. So this is how it will be. We are just going to push the fabric inside the folded part, and we're going to make a stitch over here. Now what we'll do is, for the other part binding that we have prepared, the zip is facing on top, and we'll prepare the binding on this side. So we just push the zip inside the binding like this, and we're going to stitch it over here. We're going to make a straight stitch. So we'll make a straight stitch on both of these fabrics and the zip. So first what we are going to do is we'll just sew the pull tab. It's a simple straight stitch. Next we'll also sew the binding to the fabric. This is the pocket fabric, and this is the zip. We have changed the foot to a zipper foot over here. So I've done everything. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place this like this. This is the binded part. We're going to put it on the zip, and we're going to align the bindings from the sides. We're just going to align the bindings from the sides, and we're going to make a stitch. We'll also do one more thing. We'll just fold this fabric from down around ½ inches. We'll be folding it from the bottom. This is to give it a neat edge even from down. So this is around ½ inch. We'll be folding it, and we'll have to make a stitch over here also. So first we'll sew the zip to the fabric, and next we are going to even stitch the fold. So I finished doing that. Now we'll take the main fabric, that is 7 inches by 7 inches, and what we are going to do is we are going to mark around 1 inches from below. So 1 inches above we are going to mark on the main fabric. Here we'll be placing the pocket like this. Now we are going to make a, we'll place the pocket over here 1 inches above, and we are going to make a stitch all around over here. Remember to pull the slider inside, and we're going to make a stitch all around. This is the outer pocket. So finish doing that. Now we'll cut the extra zip over here. So cut the extra zip. Now what we'll be doing is we'll take these contrast fabrics which have been fused with interfacing, and we're going to take the other fabric also, main fabric, that is 7 inches by 7 inches. Now the contrast fabric, we'll be placing it like this, right sides together on the main fabric, and we're just going to clip it. We'll do this for all the sides of the main fabric. So this is one part of the main fabric, that is the front part of the main fabric. We'll just clip it like this, and we'll do that for the other side also. So we'll take the main contrast fabric and we'll place them right sides together with the main fabric, and we're going to clip it like this. So this is how it will be. So we've done this. Now we'll make a straight stitch over here on all the sides. So it's a simple straight stitch. We'll start and stop with the back stitch. These are the contrast fabrics which are on the side of the pouch. So we'll finish with the back stitch. We have done that for all the 4 sides. Now we're just going to press it. The seams will be out, the extra fabric will be out, and we're just going to press it. We need to make a top stitch over here. So we'll push the extra seam out and we'll just clip it. We'll do this for the other side also. We just press the fabric and we'll be making a top stitch. So finish doing the top stitch. Now what we're going to do is we'll take the lining fabric, and as we told, we have taken a longer piece, so we are going to cut this according to the size of the main fabric that we have prepared now. So we'll just cut it according to the size. So that is done. Now we'll take one main fabric and one lining piece, and what I'm going to do is main fabric facing up. We'll take the zip. This is 12-inch zip. The slider is facing down, that is the right side is facing down of the zip, and we'll put it on the main fabric. Then we'll place the lining on it. So the zip is sandwiched in between the lining and the main fabric, and we're just going to clip it neatly, align everything and clip it neatly like this. Just keep aligning and we'll place a clip all along. We need to attach the zip to the fabrics. So we have to make a straight stitch over here. Now the main fabric facing up, the zip facing down, the slider is down, and the lining fabric facing the main fabric, straight stitch. So we have changed the foot to a zipper foot, and we want to make a straight stitch. That is done. We are just going to open it now, and we are going to hand press the whole thing. Neatly just hand press the whole thing. You can also iron it. Now what we are going to do is we'll take the main fabric, the other side. Now we need to attach it to the other side of the zip. So the main fabric facing the main fabric, we'll place it like this, align it from the sides, and we are going to put it on the other side of the zip. Align it to the other side of the zip. We are going to align it from the sides also and from the up, and we are going to place clips like this. Neatly align the entire thing and clip it. Okay, align it from these sides also. So the main fabric right sides are together, the zip is in between. Now we are just going to turn it like this. This is on the lining, this is the lining side. Now we are going to place the lining also right side facing down. So the right sides will be facing each other. Align it from the sides and we are just going to clip it. So we are clipping it with the other side of the main fabric that we just clipped, and we'll have to stitch them together. Now we're going to make a straight stitch over here. So here the lining fabrics are together, and on the other side we have main fabrics facing each other. So here I made a straight stitch. Now we'll just open it. We'll also open the lining like this. So we have lining fabric and main fabric on one side and lining fabric, main fabric on the other side. Neatly pull the fabrics and hand press the whole thing. You can also iron it at this stage. I'm just going to hand press the whole thing. Now we need to make a top stitch over here. On this side and this side we want to make a top stitch. We'll also do one more thing. We'll pull the slider inside and we're going to make a stitch over here. So we'll pull the slider inside and we want to make a stitch over here, that is only to hold the fabrics together when we are stitching around. So I finished doing the top stitch. Now what we will be doing is, this is the slider. We are just going to pull it inside and we're going to make a stitch over here. This is only to hold the fabric together so that it does not open up. It's a simple straight stitch, single straight stitch that we'll be doing. Now we finished doing that. So this is done. It looks like this, a straight stitch over here. Now we are just going to cut the extra of the zip. So cut the extra. Now what we'll do is, this is the pull tab that we prepared. We have folded it into half. The raw edge is facing out. Around ½ inch below the zip we are going to place it. The loop is facing inside, the raw edges are together, and we are going to clip it. This is only to the main fabric that will be attaching the pull tabs. Only to the main fabric, not to the lining. We are going to make a stitch. So we made a stitch only to the main fabric. That is done. Now we are going to get the right sides of the main fabric together, match the seams like this. We are going to match it, match the seams that we just did. Now we'll also get the lining fabrics together and clip it. We need to make a stitch all around, so we are just going to align all the fabrics together. The lining and lining will be together and the main fabrics will be together. Now we need to make a stitch all around over here. We are going to leave this much, an opening over here. This is for turning the pouch inside out. So we are going to stitch all around over here. So finish stitching all around. This is the opening that we have left. Now what we need to do is, we need to box the corners. So for that we will just take the scale and we are going to make a marking of 1 inch. That is from the stitch line. Both stitch lines we are going to make a marking of 1 inch. So a 1 inch marking from the stitch lines. We are going to do a box over here. We'll do that for the other side also. We'll take it on the other side, put it on the other side, and from the stitch marks 1 inch we are going to mark. We are going to make a box in. So we'll do this for the lining also and cut it. So we have finished marking and cutting on all 4 sides. Now we are just going to open it like this, flatten it properly. Now we are going to flatten it, join the seams, match the seams over here, clip it, and we need to make a straight stitch over here. We'll be doing that for all the other 3 sides also. So I finished clipping all the sides. Now we are just going to make a straight stitch over here. Now remember to start and stop with the back stitch, because we don't want the boxing to open. So we're just going to do a back stitch also all around. So that's done. So we'll do this for all the sides. We have done this for all the sides. Now we need to turn it inside out. So from the opening that we left, we are just going to turn the whole thing inside out. Now once you have turned it inside out, this is how it will look. Now we'll just have to join this, stitch the opening that we left. So we're just going to stitch it over, stitch this straight stitch. Now we have finished doing that, so our pouch is absolutely ready and it will be looking like this. This is how it will look. It's got a pocket in front also. So it's a simple pouch which you can try. This is how it will look. Thanks for watching. Bye.